The key wouldn't turn. I stood there in my own driveway at 11 p.m., work clothes still damp with sweat, staring at a lock that had worked fine this morning. The porch light was off. Amanda always left it on. My hands were black from fixing the school's HVAC system all day. Texas heat was rolling in, and we had to get it done before Monday. I'd texted her at 4 p.m. Going to be late, don't wait up, love you. No reply, but that was normal these days. I tried the key again. Nothing. She changed the locks. The house was dark except her bedroom window upstairs. She was awake, ignoring me. I knocked. No answer. Rang the bell. Nothing. Called her phone straight to voicemail. My stomach was growling. My shirt stuck to my back. And my wife had just made me homeless. I texted, "Amanda, what's going on? Door won't open. I'm outside." Her reply came fast. "Figure it out. You're not sleeping here tonight." I stared at my phone. "What are you talking about? Let me in." "I'm tired of you. You're always working, always tired, always boring. Go sleep in your truck. Or better yet, maybe one of your loser friends will take you in." I just stood there, mosquitoes buzzing around my head, heart pounding not from fear, but from pure disbelief. The woman I'd been married to for 10 years had just thrown me out like garbage. "Ray?" I turned. Clara, my neighbor, stood on her porch in pajama pants and a cardigan, holding a cup of tea. She had this look like she already knew what was happening. "You okay?" she asked. I was embarrassed. She, locked me out." Clara took a sip of tea and nodded, not surprised. "Well, there's room for you in my house if you need. I've got a spare room. You don't have to sleep in your truck." Everything in me wanted to say no. Pride, dignity, but I had nowhere to go. "You sure?" "Positive," she said with a tired smile. "Come on. You look like you've been chewed up and spit out." I laughed. First time all week. Clara's place was cozy. Books everywhere, lavender scent in the air. She showed me the guest room. White walls, floral curtains, clean sheets. There was already a fresh towel on the bathroom counter and an extra toothbrush still in the package. "No questions asked," she said. "Sleep, shower, do what you need." I just stood there, the quiet, the calm, the kindness. It felt foreign. "Thank you," I said. That night, lying in Clara's guest bed, I realized something. I hadn't felt peace in my own house for years. But here, I didn't feel like a burden. I felt like a person again. I slept better than I had in months. No cold shoulders, no arguments echoing in my head. Just silence. Next morning, Clara was already up, making breakfast in flannel pants and a UT hoodie. "Morning," she said. "Coffee's fresh. You want eggs?" "You don't have to cook." "I'm already making some. You need a real breakfast after the night you had." We ate quietly for a bit. Then she asked, "Want to talk about it?" So I did. Told her how Amanda used to be sweet, funny, vibrant. How somewhere along the way she stopped laughing at my jokes, stopped looking at me like I mattered. How everything I did irritated her now. "I suggested counseling once," I said. She laughed at me, told me to grow a pair. Clara nodded. "Sounds like she stopped caring." "She did, and I kept holding on like it'd fix itself." Clara looked down at her mug. "I get it more than you know. My ex locked me out emotionally for 5 years before we divorced. Never said it out loud, but he made it clear I didn't matter anymore. I used to cry in the shower just so no one could hear. That moment changed something between us. We weren't just neighbors anymore. We were two people who'd been emotionally discarded. "Stay as long as you need," she said. 3 days later, I called my buddy Mark to vent. That's when I learned the truth. "Dude, she's been complaining about you to everyone for months," Mark said. "Said you were boring, never wanted to go out. She even asked me if I thought she was too good for you." My blood went cold. "Why didn't you tell me?" "I thought it was just marriage stuff, but Ray, she's been setting you up, making everyone think you're the problem." I realized Amanda hadn't just given up on our marriage. She'd been planning my replacement in everyone's mind, including my own. That afternoon, I went to the bank to open my own account. That's when the teller said something that stopped me cold. "Your wife said you were planning a separation when she withdrew that money." "What money?" Our joint account was nearly empty. Had 8,000 last I checked. Amanda had taken 6,500 3 weeks ago. She never mentioned it to you? The teller asked. I just stared at the statement. While I was working overtime to keep us afloat, she was stealing our money for her exit strategy. I took pictures of everything and texted my cousin Jake, who's a lawyer. She's trying to force you into financial crisis, Jake said when I showed him. Make you desperate enough to come crawling back on her terms, but this actually helps us. File for separation first before she does. That evening at Clara's, I finally looked at Amanda's Facebook, something I'd avoided out of trust. The first thing I noticed was her relationship status. Gone. No mention of being married anywhere on her profile. When did she remove that? I scrolled down, looking for clues. March 15th, a photo from some club downtown. Amanda in a tight red dress I'd never seen, surrounded by girlfriends, looking directly at the camera with that confident stare. The caption, "Girls' night turned into something more." 43 likes. Comments from guys whose names I didn't recognize. "Looking good girl," and "When you coming back?" I kept scrolling. February 28th, another club photo. This time the dress was way too revealing. "Single and ready to mingle energy tonight." Wait. Single? We were still living together in February. "Finding anything interesting?" Clara asked, bringing me a cup of coffee. "She's been posting like she's single for months," I said, turning the laptop so she could see. Clara squinted at the screen. "That's from February. You were still together then, right?" "Very much so. I was working double shifts that month to pay for the house repairs." I kept digging. January 10th, a gym selfie. Amanda in workout clothes, flexing in the mirror. "New year, new me. Thanks to my trainer for pushing me so hard." My stomach dropped. I clicked on the comments. Derek Martinez had responded, "Anytime beautiful. You're my best student." Amanda's reply, "Best teacher ever. Can't wait for our next session." "Man," I muttered. "What?" Clara leaned closer. "Look at this." I showed her the exchange. "This is from January. She joined the gym in October, said she wanted to get healthy, but look at these comments." Clara read over my shoulder. "That's not trainer-client conversation." I clicked on Derek's profile. Personal trainer at PowerFit Gym, 28 years old, all muscles and perfect teeth. His latest post was from yesterday, a mirror selfie with the caption, "Missing my workout partner today." Amanda had liked it 2 hours ago. I went back to Amanda's timeline, scrolling faster now. December 20th. Late-night gym sessions hit different when you have the right motivation. Photo of her and Derek at the gym, him spotting her on the bench press, his hands way too close to her body. November 15th. Some people make working out so much more fun. Another gym photo, this time Derek's arm around her waist. October 30th. Her first post from the gym. Joined PowerFit today. My trainer Derek is going to whip me into shape. Innocent enough, but I could see it now. The beginning. She documented the whole affair, I said quietly. Right there on Facebook where I could have seen it any time. "You trusted her," Clara said. "That's not a character flaw." I kept scrolling, taking screenshots of everything. The timeline was becoming clear. October. Innocent trainer posts. November, flirtier comments. December, late-night sessions. January, heart emojis and calling him beautiful. February, posting as single. March, club photos with other men commenting. But the worst part wasn't the posts. It was realizing I'd been living with a stranger. December 15th. Amanda posted about being exhausted from my workout on a day I remembered clearly. She'd come home that night and gone straight to bed, claiming she was too tired to talk. I'd heated up dinner for her, left it outside the bedroom door. January 25th, another brutal training session post, the same night she'd told me she was too sore to cook dinner. I'd ordered pizza and rubbed her shoulders while she scrolled her phone, probably reading Derek's messages. February 14th, Valentine's Day. I'd bought her flowers, made reservations at her favorite restaurant. She'd canceled last minute, said she was coming down with something. That same day, she'd posted a gym selfie. Even sick days are better with the right motivation. I was such an idiot. Look at this, I said to Clara, showing her the Valentine's post. I was making dinner reservations while she was flirting with her trainer. Clara took the laptop and scrolled through more posts. Ray, look at the pattern. Every time she told you she was tired, sick, or needed space, she was posting about the gym. She was right. Amanda had been living a double life, and I'd been financing it. The gym membership, the new workout clothes, the protein shakes she suddenly needed, I'd paid for all of it. I found Derek's Instagram next. More photos of him and Amanda, going back months. Pool parties, restaurants, even a weekend trip to Austin I knew nothing about. In one photo from March, they were clearly holding hands. When was this Austin trip? Clara asked. I checked the date. March 8th weekend. She told me she was visiting her sister in San Antonio. Her sister lives in Houston, Clara said quietly. How do you know that? She mentioned it once when we were chatting over the fence, said her sister was dealing with flooding issues after that big storm. I stared at Amanda's lie, then at Derek's photo of them together in Austin. The betrayal wasn't just emotional anymore. She'd been planning these lies, creating elaborate stories, living an entire secret life. I kept taking screenshots, every flirty comment, every lie disguised as a social media post, every photo that proved she'd been with Derek when she'd told me she was somewhere else. This is evidence, I said, more to myself than to Clara. Solid evidence, she agreed. But Ray? Don't let this consume you tonight. You've got what you need. The rest is just salt in the wound. She was right, but I couldn't stop. I needed to see how deep the betrayal went. I found the answer in a private message Derek had commented on one of Amanda's public posts. Can't wait to see you tonight at our usual spot. Amanda's public reply, You know I'll be there. The date? Last Tuesday. The night Amanda had told me she was having dinner with her coworker Sarah to talk through some workplace drama. I wasn't heartbroken anymore. I was methodical. Each piece of evidence felt like armor I was building around my heart. Amanda had been living a lie, but now I had proof. Screenshots, dates, timelines, everything Jake would need to make sure she couldn't rewrite history in divorce court. On day 12, Amanda finally showed up. I was helping Clara load recycling when I saw her walking across the lawn, arms crossed, fake softness in her voice. You're really staying over here? She asked, ignoring Clara completely. You locked me out, Amanda. That wasn't permanent. You should have come back and talked to me. I tried. You blocked my number, called me boring and told me to sleep in my truck. She shifted awkwardly. I was angry. I didn't mean for it to go that far. You didn't mean it, but you changed the locks. Then I went on offense. So how's Derek? Her face went white. What? Derek from the gym. The guy who can't wait to see you again. According to Facebook. We're just friends. Right, just like we were just married. I kept my voice calm. Oh, and thanks for cleaning out our account. Real classy. I needed that money for what? Your new life with Jim Boy? She was desperate now. Ray, you're misunderstanding everything. No, I'm understanding it perfectly for the first time. We've been together 10 years. You can't just give up. I didn't give up. You did. I was just too loyal to see it. She started crying, the performative kind. I made a mistake. I took you for granted. Can we fix this? Number, we can't. You can't make right what you never tried to protect. She walked away without looking back. Over the next week, my phone buzzed constantly. I miss your cooking. Remember that taco place in Galveston? You really moved on that fast? Clara, seriously, that's what you do now? I didn't respond to any of it. Jake reviewed all my evidence. Bank records, screenshots, text messages. She's trying to manipulate you back so she can file first and claim abandonment, he said. But you've got a strong case. File now. 3 weeks after the lockout, I signed a lease for a small apartment. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. No walking on eggshells, no cold shoulders, just peace. Amanda showed up at my door one last time, crying with running makeup. I've changed. Derek was a mistake. I want us back. I looked at her and felt nothing. No hate, no love. Just quiet strength. Where's the 6,000 you took? I needed it for Derek? For your lawyer? For your exit strategy? It's our money. I had every right. You had the right to take it, but you lost the right to ask me to trust you. I handed her the separation papers. She was shocked. You were planning to leave anyway. I just saved us both some time. I'll fight this. I'll take half of everything. Good luck with that. I talked to a lawyer, too. I gently closed the door. The divorce took 4 months. My documentation was solid. Amanda's case fell apart when the judge saw the evidence. I got fair division, kept my truck and tools. She had to pay back the money she stole. Meanwhile, Derek dumped her when the drama got too real. Her friends realized she'd been lying about me. She ended up isolated, working retail, living with a roommate. I got promoted to head maintenance supervisor. Turns out when you stop accepting scraps at home, you stop accepting them everywhere. Clara and I took it slow, built something real on friendship and respect. 6 months later, I ran into Amanda at the grocery store. She looked tired, stressed. I hope you're happy, she said, trying one last guilt trip. I am, I replied. I hope you find what you're looking for. No anger, no satisfaction, just genuine indifference. That's when I knew I was truly free. Clara was right about us. We both know what it's like to be treated badly, she'd said, so we'll never take each other for granted. The lockout wasn't the end of my marriage. It was the beginning of my life. Sometimes you have to lose everything to realize you deserved better all along. And sometimes the person who throws you out is actually setting you free.